Everyone pays attention to their core 3 subjects during preparation for 12th boards. Like for me, it was physics, chemistry, and maths. But other options would be like PCB students would focus on bio instead of maths, etc. etc. But there is often a neglection towards English and the optional subject that people have opted for in 12th grade. But in this video, I'm gonna share with you how I scored 94 marks in the CBSE English 2026 board exams, and I'll also be sharing some useful tips that I used that helped me to crack this exam in 3 months with zero tutoring. So first of all, let me display my marks right here for proof. I actually started preparation for boards pretty late on. Like the last 3 months I used mostly for board preparation, and the last 2 months I focused on PE and English. So I didn't even focus on English for 3 months. I just gave it 2 months, and yeah. Now I'm going to share with you all the resources, that's the books that I used to prepare for English. एंड मैं सारे बुक्स के लिंक दे दूँगी डिस्क्रिप्शन में. इफ़ यू वांट टू परचेज दैम और इफ़ यू वांट डायरेक्ट एक्सेस, you can use those links in the description. Do stick around till the end of this video where I will be sharing a paper cutout of my structured plan that I used for these 2 months of preparing for English, right from scratch, what I did first to what I did progressively and till the very end before the board exam day. Okay, so firstly, emphasis should be given on these 2 textbooks if you're preparing for CBSE, and if you're preparing for any board, do your chapters from the textbook first. Now, when I used to prepare from the textbook, I used to highlight only the keywords that I felt was super important. I used to not like highlight everything that I saw, and also I used to sometimes write down some questions like this, just so that when I go back and revise from the textbook, I can see what I want to ask myself. Now, understanding the text and story is very, very important, but learn the keywords by heart. Do not miss out on any of the keywords. Like you can see, I have also written down the meaning of some words that I did not understand over here. You can see these think as you read questions. I have solved all of them, and the ones which are important I marked, like a star mark them. So you can follow this format, but whatever format works for you while reading your textbook, it's cool. Talking about note taking, this was my notebook specifically I made for English, and you can see all the chapters written down over here. Now the way I took my notes was this, and this is the interview notes by Christopher Sylvester. I used to write my notes in this top corner and then make a pencil, say I used to make a border. Niche I used to write down the questions, and yeah, after the questions were written, I used to revise this after 1 week and make sure that I remember the answers to the questions. But this is too fancy. अगर तुम्हें ये format पसंद नहीं है, obviously go for an easier format, the one that you have invented yourself. It was honestly a lifesaver reference book, and it helped me so much. Okay, so this is Oswaal Publications, and it's the 21st edition. Let me give you an example of one chapter, that's the last lesson. They not only give you the introduction of this chapter, but also the summary, and then they follow it up with objective type questions which you can answer by yourself. Then subjective type questions, which are all PYQs by the way. So you already get a kind of a hint of what kind of questions the board asks. So these are very relevant in my opinion, and then there's toppers answers as well. Yeah, you can already see this one chapter I showed you. On the basis of that, you can buy this book. I found it super helpful. This is another Oswaal publication book, and it is basically the question bank. But this was for class 11, और मैंने class 11 में कुछ पढ़ा नहीं था English के लिए, so you can see it is still sealed. But anyway, since it's by Oswaal, I really recommend you buy this book because it is 100% updated and it has timed revision as well with 1500 plus questions. So yeah, here's another book that you can buy if you are interested. I also want to emphasize on how I inculcated the habit of reading 3 months before my exam so that my vocabulary would also build to a certain extent. Lastly, I cannot emphasize enough on this. Practice papers or PYQ solve karna is of utmost importance to get the hang of time management and also the paper format. Now over here you can see I did solve a English practice paper, and yeah, please just ignore that. I used to do that to motivate myself. But anyway, this was the outside Delhi Set 1 2025 paper that I attempted. I want to emphasize on the importance of paper presentation and handwriting. Now, during your competitive exam preparation, either it's JEE or NEET or something else, we write in very ghatiya handwriting and we develop a habit to get used to that. So 3 months before your English paper, you need to write down as many papers as you can in the best handwriting possible with good paper presentation as well. Okay guys, so those were all my resources, and here on the screen I'll just give you a display of my structured plan जो आप भी follow कर सकते हो if you want similar results. And I hope you found this video helpful. I gave a lot of tips in this video and this is my exact plan, no cap. And yeah, that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Happy studying. Bye bye.